Angel Reese may have tapped out and quit on the Chicago Sky. Everybody is speculating, what is this back injury? Is the back injury? Everybody's questioning it now. And this will be a third straight season where Angel Reese did not finish playing in game. I think Whitlock is onto something. I see other people talking about this. People talking about it all on Twitter.
Did Angel Reese just quit on the Chicago Sky? Again, that's not just fan speculation anymore. It's the question heating up every corner of the WNBA world. No clear injury, no official explanation, just a quiet exit wrapped in vague medical buzzwords and media spin. But here's the thing, this isn't the first time. And if you're connecting the dots, it looks like a pattern, one that's turning a rising star into one of the league's most controversial players.
Vandersloot, their point guard early in the year.
Yeah, that was a big loss. Them losing Courtney Vandersloot was a big loss. They got Rachel Banham playing point guard, Kia Nurse. Ew.
Now we're hearing it everywhere. Whispers of trade demands, team chemistry suddenly improving without her, and a growing belief that image, not impact, is her real focus. This isn't just a cold streak. It's a potential career meltdown happening in real time. If you're starting to see a pattern here, hit that like button, because we're not done exposing what's really going on.
Angel Reese. Has she just flat out quit again? Has she quit on the Chicago Sky? Angel, you gotta be, hold on, you have to have some level of
Angel Reese didn't go down with a hard foul. There was no dramatic injury moment, no slow motion replay, no sideline tears, just gone. 1 week she's on the court, the next she's a name on the injury report with a back issue that no one can define. No MRI details, no rehab footage, not even a clear timeline, just a magic trick. Now you see her, now you don't.
For being honest, maybe more reason why she's out right now might be secretly shopping her. They're not secretly shopping her. You don't fake back injuries. You don't fake back injuries, run it from the grind, man.
And this isn't new. It's actually the third straight season she's vanished before the finish line. In 2023, it was her wrist. Supposedly arthritic at age 21, and supposedly serious enough to shut her down completely. That announcement came right after a rough patch, and she never returned. Now in 2024, it's the back. Another injury, another exit, and once again, it happens right after the heat gets turned up. Missed layups, poor shooting, and fans questioning if she ever deserved the face of the league title.
Chicago Sky, you quit. You quit. You threw in the towel. Once you realized you no longer, you never stood a chance, to be honest, with Caitlin Clark for that Rookie of the Year.
Fans aren't buying the coincidence anymore, and neither are analysts. The timing is too perfect, the explanation's too flimsy. These aren't just unfortunate injuries. They look like strategic exits. And if you think we're just getting started, you're right. Stick around, because what comes next makes this look like the calm before the storm.
Like she is asking for a trade. Or she's at least implying she wants to be traded. Because at the end of the day, you just never know.
Let's be real. Injuries happen, but when they start showing up like clockwork, always after a bad stretch, people start asking harder questions. Angel Reese isn't just unlucky, she's predictably unavailable. In 2023, it was the wrist, and not just any wrist injury. It came with a dramatic press release about early onset arthritis and a career-saving procedure. Fans gave her the benefit of the doubt until the same exact pattern repeated this year. 1 minute she's chasing an all-star spot, she's dealing with the vaguest back injury in sports history. No diagnosis, no footage. The next, no visible moment where it happened, just a coach repeating day to day like a broken record. And here's the kicker. She was fully available for All-Star Weekend, walking red carpets, posing for sponsors, smiling on camera. Her back didn't flare up for the press photos, only for the real games, especially the high-pressure ones. It's no longer just about health. This looks like a media strategy, a playbook. Protect the brand, dip out when the stats drop, reappear when the spotlight returns. And fans, they're starting to catch on. Let's talk timing, because because timing never lies. Every time Angel Reese faces a tough stretch, a mysterious injury appears. Shooting percentages tank, cue the rehab narrative, team goes on a losing streak, suddenly she's unavailable. And when fans start asking questions, it's all carefully managed behind soft interviews, social media posts, and PR-friendly explanations. Compare that to her sudden surge right before All-Star voting. She was slumping badly, 28% on layups, frustration building online, and it looked like her All-Star chances were slipping away. Then boom, a 10-game run out of nowhere. Numbers go up, media coverage flips, and the votes come in. Angel Reese gets her All-Star spot, and like clockwork, she's gone again. Her fans call it strategy. But what kind of strategy conveniently skips the most hyped game of the year, Sky versus Fever in Indianapolis? That's the matchup everyone circled. Reese versus Caitlin Clark. And instead of delivering, she stayed home. No injury report, no press conference, just silence. But guess who was in town just weeks earlier for All-Star Weekend? Same arena, same city, different priorities. This isn't about a sore back. This is about brand protection. And it's starting to backfire. At this point, the injury talk feels like background noise. The real conversation is about what Angel Reese actually wants. And more people believe the answer is simple. She wants out. Insiders say the Chicago Sky might be quietly shopping her. Not publicly, but enough to stir up serious trade theories. Some believe she's pulling a Dana Bonner, sitting out to force the team's hand. But here's the twist. If she really had that kind of leverage, she'd be gone already. That's where things get strategic. The Sky might be playing the long game, waiting for the perfect deal. Think 2026 WNBA draft, with names like Paige Buchers and top-tier prospects floating around. Chicago might be holding Reese like a poker chip, saving her for max value, because as much drama as she brings, she still brings attention. And in this league, attention is currency. But that window is closing fast. Each game she skips, each suspicious injury, each PR move over performance, it all chips away at her value. GMs aren't just looking for headlines, they want consistency. And right now, Angel Reese is anything but that. The question isn't whether she wants to leave, it's whether anyone still wants to take the risk. Here's the part Angel Reese fans really don't want to hear. The Chicago Sky might actually be playing better without her. Sure, the win-loss column doesn't scream success, they're 1-10 without her, but watch the games. The difference isn't in the scoreboard, it's in how they play. The ball moves, the offense flows. Guards don't just freeze up, waiting to feed the post. Wings cut to the basket. Spacing finally exists. And most importantly, they look like a team. When Angel's on the court, everything slows down. Possessions die in the paint. Every play feels like a forced feeding of the Reese brand. Not a team trying to win, but without her, the Sky look freer, looser, more balanced. No one's forcing awkward contested shots just to keep a star happy. They're actually playing basketball again. Analysts are starting to say it out loud. This might be addition by subtraction. And when that phrase gets attached to a supposed franchise player, it's more than just criticism, it's a warning shot. The Sky may be losing games, but they might finally be finding an identity, and it doesn't have Angel Reese at the center of it.
Remember, she quit in Unrivaled. She just stopped playing in Unrivaled. Said she was hurt, didn't show up for the championship game, didn't even show up and watch. Last season, she claimed her wrist was messed up, didn't finish playing in none of the games.
There was a time when Angel Reese was called the face of the league, a rising star, a ratings magnet, a marketing dream. But in just a few months, that image has started to collapse. And it's not just because of missed games, it's because of what people see between the games. The pattern is undeniable. Public criticism, performance dips, injury excuse, repeat. Fans and analysts have gone from asking, is she okay, to saying, here we go again. That's not concern, that's fatigue. And it's turning into something worse, distrust. Even her loyal base is starting to waver. The missed rivalry games, the silence around her status, the full-on disappearances from the bench. Compare that to players like Caitlin Clark, who fight through real injuries, stay with their teams, break down plays, and contribute however they can, even when they're not 100%. That's what leadership looks like. Reese, on the other hand, vanishes, literally and figuratively. And if people start thinking you quit when things get hard, it doesn't matter what your averages are. That's not a statistic, it's a reputation, and in sports, reputation is everything.
Nothing. There's no information about Angel Reese. I think she's quit on this season.
Woo!
I think this is a worse version than Kawhi Leonard. I think she's used.
Ooh!
Angel Reese isn't just a player, she's a brand. And lately, it feels like the brand comes first, the basketball second. While the Chicago Sky scramble to hold the season together, Reese has been smiling for cameras at All-Star Weekend, posing for sponsors, and appearing at media events like nothing's wrong. Her back injury doesn't seem to act up when there's a step and repeat banner behind her. But game night? Suddenly it's day to day. Fans have noticed, and so have commentators. The All-Star appearance in Indianapolis, the same city she skipped just weeks later when the Sky faced the Fever, didn't go unnoticed.
So the Chicago Sky are an absolute, disaster right now. They're an absolute disaster. They are.
That matchup was hyped for months. Reese versus Clark. Rivalry game. Sold out crowd. Instead of showing up, Reese disappeared again. But she was perfectly fine flying in for All-Star Weekend in the exact same arena. This is where it gets dangerous. When a player starts looking like a spokesmodel instead of a teammate, trust erodes fast. And while her PR team might be working overtime to keep her image shiny, the court tells a different story. Her absence, her silence, and her timing are sending a message. And it's not the one she thinks.
You gotta be, hold on, you have to have some level of self-awareness here. Last year with the Chicago Sky, you quit. You threw in the towel. Once you realize.
This is the part no one wants to say out loud, but it's already happening behind the scenes. Angel Reese has gone from franchise star to full-blown liability. 3 seasons, 3 exits. Always when the spotlight turns critical, always when the numbers dip, and always followed by a convenient media-safe injury. That's not bad luck. That's a track record, a reputation, and in professional sports, nothing tanks a career faster than the label of someone who quits when it gets hard. Call it what you want, load management, protecting her future, saving her brand, but the result is the same. She disappears when her team needs her most, and when she's gone, the team actually plays better. That's a dagger to any superstar's image, because if your absence makes your squad more cohesive, more fluid, more dangerous, then what does that make you?
A lot of people are making the point that it sounds like she wants out of Chicago, and look, I wouldn't blame her. I wouldn't blame her for wanting out of Chicago.
A difference maker or a distraction? The Sky have been roasted on the court, blown out by teams even when their stars are missing. But the real loss isn't just on the scoreboard, it's in identity. You can't build a franchise around someone who only shows up when the cameras are rolling. That's not leadership, that's marketing. And if this pattern continues, the WNBA won't need to trade Angel Reese. She'll trade herself, from star player to cautionary tale.
The Sky have no future. The Sky messed up bad. They messed up bad this summer. They don't have a future.
Angel Reese's next move could define her entire career. She can show up, she can shut down the noise, she can fight through adversity and prove she's more than a headline or a highlight reel. Or she can keep disappearing, keep dodging big games, keep letting her PR team speak louder than her performance. But here's the truth, fans are done waiting. The WNBA is changing fast. Players like Caitlin Clark are setting new standards for accountability, toughness, and transparency. And if Angel Reese wants to stay in that conversation, she'll have to show the league and her teammates that she's in it for more than just the cameras. Because the next time she vanishes, it won't be a controversy. It'll be confirmation that she was never built for this in the first place. Drop your take in the comments. Is Angel Reese protecting her career or just avoiding the grind? And don't forget to hit that subscribe button because this saga is far from over.